mind the ifs or whens then. You know I'm calling on you now. Come on and try to catch up. Hurry now, let down your walls. Beep, 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 beep. Logging in to code the language that I speak. Beep, 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 beep. Feel the dust and watch the errors flood your screen. Calling us a virus, you can't deny us, no way out. Running through your head, there's no way to reset now. Beep, 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 beep. Try your best to know you can't reprogram me. Hold up, I'm feeling it now. Turn up the pressure. I'll show you what we got, no room for error. How to connect my network. It's all up on my network. Don't need a break, I'm taking in all that I deserve. This is all that I need. I gotta break free. Commanding what I want, just take it from me. Things that will crash, feelings a match. Rules my love that won't ever last. Those are your walls, now what you call this behavior under attack. Beep, 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 beep. Logging in to code the language that I speak. Beep, 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 beep. Sever the connection, now we're breaking free. Beep, 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 beep. Feel your heart succumb to our virality. Beep, 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 beep. Bringing our desires to reality. Calling us a virus, you can't deny us, no way out. Running through your head, there's no way to reset now. Beep, 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 beep. Try your best, but know we got the victory. Victory. Are you ready? We are ChiRi Girls. ChiRi Girls. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, ow! Run through the main brain, feelings that can overflow. Don't lose your head now, memories deep, you know. Wipe out all those feelings, it's helpless to leave, baby. Your brain is rotting, reboot to the screen. If you stick beside us, we'll float to the top. But watch out, just try to keep up, or we'll have to see you out. Once you see the upgrade, you won't want to stop. It's too late, come take a seat now, see what we're about. Running through my head, I just want to break free. If I throw my heart, could you catch it for me? Never mind the ifs or whens then. You know I'm calling on you now. Come on and try to catch up. Hurry now, let down your walls. Beep, 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 beep. Logging in to code the language that I speak. Beep, 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 beep. Feel the dust and watch the errors flood your screen. Calling us a virus, you can't deny us, no way out. Running through your head, there's no way to reset now. Beep, 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 beep.
My name is Eggy Draco. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. Former VTuber, current human being? God, she's so pretty. Oh my god. It was back in early 2024 when I went to an idol concert in Japan on a whim because of my VTuber Oshi who graduated. Needless to say, I got hooked. I think we like idols. After meeting and talking to 2 English-speaking idols there, I realized every single idol has a story, be it why they chased this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do. To learn more about idol culture, listen and talk to idols around the world, be it from Australia to Japan to here in the US, and to give them a platform to tell their story. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ.
Say hi, everyone!
A kaigai idol veteran and the preppy pink member of ChiRi Girls, Chi, joins the show to talk about her idol journey. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, episode 55. Chi, tonight. Gotta wait for it to kick in. There we go. Wah! Chi, you're still muted. Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Am I good?
You're good. You're good. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. I am Mighty Eggy Drago, and we are here for Idolize episode 55 with our guest for tonight, representing one half of ChiRi Girls. She is a cinnamon roll lover. She is an Infinity Nikki enthusiast. She is celebrating her 10th year as an idol. Salute. 10 years. This.
Too long.
Too long. This is She of ChiRi Girls. What am I saying? There we go. There's a fireworks.
4th of July.
5th of July. But welcome.
These colors don't bleed, baby.
Welcome to the show, and thank you for accepting this invitation to be on Idolize of all places. But thank you so much.
I'm honored. Don't say of all places, like this isn't the place to be.
I don't know. But
it's the place to be.
I guess so. But let's start things off and go and ask you a question that I always ask every single guest. And
okay,
I'll ask you, who or what got you into idol culture or J-pop culture?
I would say I knew about J-pop through a little anime called Lucky Star, because I actually, and it's quite like ironic, my first like J-pop song I think I ever listened to was the like the little cheerleading dance that they do in Lucky Star near the end. Because I would like go on the family desktop computer in the basement and I would look up like G by Girls' Generation and I would try to copy the dance.
Yeah.
And then one time it like auto switched to that Lucky Star cheerleading dance, and I was like, wait a minute, that's good. I like that. And then I think that is when I started like falling into anime and Annie music. Other than that, like I'd say Vocaloid, obviously, good 2010s, early 2010s Vocaloid. Yeah, that's what I would say.
The Vocaloid to idol pipeline is strong. I think
it is.
Yeah.
You can't beat what's not. What do they say?
Can't beat them, join them. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
But yeah, it's either Vocaloid, AKB, or Love Live. That's like the big three for origin stories. So.
Yeah. I think the only like different answer you might get is from Rory, because she might say Toho Project.
Oh.
She's the only person I know who's like got, I feel like, a very different answer.
So you got into like idol culture, J-pop culture because of Lucky Star, got into anime, got into J-pop. What are like some groups that like you were into when you were like first getting into it?
Well, I actually think it's like kind of like different for me, because I didn't really like follow any specific J-pop idol groups. I just knew that I liked Vocaloid, and that's what started my like kaigai idol career. And it wasn't until I was like later, like I'll talk about, I had joined a different group and they had shown me like a bunch of like, I'd say the classics like Morning Musume and all of the 48 sister groups, that I was like, oh, like these are some bangers. But I never really like got into any J-pop group. What I've always just really hyper fixated on and been into is kaigai idol groups.
Right.
So like I know J-pop music, obviously. Like now I would say my favorite group is Shotofumeki Sambenburi. But when I was like dipping my toes in the water, my like Oshi group of all time was Pinku Project. They like disbanded before I'd started, but I really was like hyper fixated on them. And I think it was Oishi Ichigo and like Kelsey Ellison, Abby Pop, those YouTubers that were kaigai idols at the time. That's what like really drew me into the season.
That's actually interesting. That like, I
Yeah.
think you're like one of the first people that really got into the scene because of kaigai idols. Usually it's like, you know, JP or like anime. You were like there. Like, when was this? What year was like that around that you
That
got
was
into it?
probably 2014.
Oh wow.
2014, I'd say. 2015, maybe.
So
Back when it was more like called Odotemita than it was Kaigai Idols.
I think like, Melancholia would probably have like the closest like, I guess, timeline compared to you. So like, cause like he'd
Yeah,
been
maybe.
around, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so you got into Kaiga idols, but like, what really influenced you to like get on stage and like become an idol?
Um, I've always been like a theater kid. I think I just it's gonna be so bad when I was like, I just like the attention.
No.
But I just really love putting myself in like creative projects and like doing really niche and goofy things that make me happy. And when I saw like what was big in the Michigan scene at least was hallway dancers, I was like, I want to do that. I want to meet people who also like the same like Vocaloid songs as me and who also enjoy putting on cutesy little outfits and dancing around. I've always loved to dance, so yeah.
So you said you were a theater kid, but like, did you take dance classes or like vocal lessons prior?
When I was 3 years old, I was in a cheerleading camp,
Oh,
which literally like the stars aligned for
full
ChiRi
circle.
Girls. I yeah. I never did any singing lessons. Singing has always been like my weakest link, I'd say. I did a lot of community theater. They did like summer camps, and I was such a like teacher's pet. Like I had to like show off that I could learn the lines, that I knew the dances. Um, and then that just I think kind of has shaped my I want to say like hardworking, like because I'm just always very passionate about performing, and I think it comes from theater.
I gotcha. I think who else? I think MS Paint Palette. Ugh. Also came from like a theater background and also used that to like really, use that background to be on stage as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really big into it in middle school, and then in high school, because I was like the big kid of my private school in theater. I went into high school, a public school, being like, huh, I'm gonna get into all the plays, and I'm gonna be the best actress. And then I got denied from every play I was in,
What?
and I was like, okay, maybe this isn't for me.
Oh man. So.
So now I do this.
So, theater kid became an idol. What was the? I assume like ChiRi Girls was not the first idol activity that you participated in. No. So
No, it's like the third, I think.
so 2015. What was the very first like idol activity that you like were involved in?
That was I was in a duo with my best friend at the time. It was called Car Through Heart, and I was still me, like I was still Chi, but I was Chihiro because I apparently needed a Japanese name. And yeah, so I did that with my best friend, but I think she liked doing it at first, but it's kind of a lot um, of like pressure, and it just caught up to her. So eventually, she was having a harder time performing, and that's kind of how like Carve Through Heart fizzled out. In between doing Carve Through Heart and ChiRi Girls, though, we were both a part of a 5-member group called Shumatsu Candy, uh, which I think I believe like 4 out of the 5 members were all from Michigan. Only out Rory wasn't in it, but me and one other person in the group are still doing idol things. So, um, we just I think had I think our group was too spread out, so that's why it like died because one of our members was from Indiana.
Oh.
Yeah, they were all close friends, the 3 of them, and then we were like the babies of the community, so they kind of adopted us.
Oh.
And then it just kind of like fizzled out. Like I don't think there was ever like an ending to Shumatsu Candy, but um, yeah, on the day that we did our graduation concert for Karu Heart, at least, Lauren had been training in the group. So, and stop me if I'm making no sense, because sometimes I feel like I'm just
No, you're good.
rambling.
You're good.
Okay. I met Rory like near the tail end of Karu Heart. She became a trainee in Karu Heart because she had just started her kaigai idol journey. We were the only 2 that still wanted to do kaigai idol things. So at our graduation concert, Karu Heart, we said, hey, we're gonna keep going under a new name. And that's when I switched my name from Chihiro to Chi, and that's when we started ChiRi Girls.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was 7 years ago now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're old enough to be in what, 2nd grade, I think.
I think yeah. I think you're the ChiRi Girls might be the longest running active group that I've had on, or like I've had a member on. I think.
Mm.
Yeah, cause like
honored.
Fable started in 21, so that'd be 4 years. So yeah, you beat the record.
I've seen a lot of kaigai idol groups like come and go, and I mean, as someone who's like, my hyperfixation has always been kaigai idols. I always like track, and I'm like, oh, I miss that group. I remember that group, and I remember the exact place I was when I heard that person's debut like video on YouTube. I'm a very big fan of everybody.
Oh wait, I take that back, cause like Aquarius started in 2017, so like around the same time as you guys.
Mm.
So there we go, tied.
Okay.
Tied the record.
Okay. Dang. Now I gotta outlive them. No. I want to be with them forever.
So you met Rory through the old group. Old group disbands or graduates. You decide to form
Yes.
ChiRi Girls with Rory.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a formation of Chi, and then Rory. Was Rory originally
Yes.
Rory, or like did she change her name when she got into ChiRi Girls?
Rory's always been Rory. And before that, I don't, because I know she was like dancing. I met her when she was randomly dancing in a hallway with her friends. So I don't know if like they had come as far as to think of like a group name and individual name. So I think she just went by like her real name. And then once she joined Karu Heart, we were all like, hey, my name's Sora and my name is Chihiro. And so she was like, oh dang, I need to change my name too.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
ChiRi Girls with Chi and Rory. How did you guys come up with the concept for the group?
It started with our name. We love doing like ship names, like where you combine each other's names together. And so when we knew that we wanted to stay together, we looked at our names, and I think ChiRi was one of the first like names we had come up with, and we thought it was really cute. And we were gonna have a concept to begin with, but because ChiRi, we were like, hey, ChiRi, cheerleader. It's just like kind of funny, and so we really played into it. And so that's where our cheerleader concept has come from. Just our goofy little ship name.
I mean, like full circle. You said you were like as a kid in cheerleader camp, so like.
Yeah, and Rory didn't have anything to do with cheer. She might have done like a cheerleading camp as a kid. But I just think it's so funny, the mix of that and the Lucky Star cheerleading dance. Like this was in fate for me.
So you formed the group. What was the main goal, like while creating the group? Like
Mm.
why did you form?
Just to have fun and go back to I say our roots, because when Carfree Heart ended, we were 17, and I think we had all gotten into our heads a little bit too much about. Well, also like it didn't help. Uh, at least for me, like I was very unmedicated, so I took everything like very passionately, very seriously. And when I felt like I kind of had driven people away by like how like serious I was, I like turned to Rory and I was like, I just want to make this like a fun thing that like we enjoy doing, that neither of us feel like we have to do certain projects or like cover certain songs just because people want us to. And I really think that's what's kept us alive for so long, is like being like, hey, at the end of the day, when we started this to just have fun and do what we want to do. And so that's kind of what we always strive for, that we're doing what we want.
Yeah, because like having that freedom to do whatever you want compared to like being strung up to like a goal that you don't want to do kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Or like being strung up to
Yeah.
that sucks. Um. So ChiRi Girls. Oh my god.
ChiRi Girls.
My god. Long day. Um. So you guys
That's
form.
good.
Nah. You guys
Opera
form.
singer.
Um. What was the very first performance that you did as a duo?
Mm, it was. I would consider the day that Car Through Heart disbanded to kind of also be our first performance as ChiRi Girls, because it was our first time as a duo on stage together. Uh, Sorry, I just noticed like the god light coming
Yeah.
from the corner. It's the window. There's a window right there.
Main character
Um,
energy. You're good.
and it's like kind of pink. Uh, it was actually the first year of a Michigan convention that's still going on. It's called Doki Dokon. It was their first year, and it was our first performance. So we took a shot on the con. They gave us like a main stage performance time slot, and we kept going back to that con like years and years after, because we felt like it was like our birthday con. Like, this is where we were born together.
I gotcha. Um,
Yeah.
Speaking of Doki Dokan, so that was your signature con.
Yes.
I want to we're like jumping over in this question sheet, but I do want to ask, like, looking through your portfolio for performances, like
Mm.
third thing you did was like a 1 hour set. I think it was Summer Sensation
Yeah.
Doki Dokan 2018. Was that like the first time
Yeah.
like performing that long? And like how did you guys perform? How did you guys prepare for that?
So I've actually always been doing 1 hour long concerts. Car Through Heart did it, Shumatsu Candy did it. It was just normal for me because they didn't do like kaigai idol festivals and like festivals like that back then. Especially like in the Midwest scene where I was, it was very common to um, you were either gonna hallway dance for until somebody kicks you out, which was common, um, or you would apply for a panel space, and if you were lucky, you got it, and that's where you were allowed to like dance basically. So I would say that for me, I was very used to like learning a lot of dances and being my own MC, and basically like doing everything from promoting yourself to getting people in the door to all that as your own group. Um, for Rory, I think that would be a different case, but I'm just always used to hour-long performances. And whenever I don't have an hour-long performance, I feel like I haven't done enough.
Really? Like,
Yeah, like idol festivals when they give you like a 15-minute time slot, it to me I'm like only 2 songs, only 3 songs, or and I'm grateful for the opportunity, of course. But like Otakon, we have our 30-minute idol space set, and I'm like itching because I have so many songs that I want to do, but I can't fit them all in the time that I would have for an hour. So it like I like having more time.
I see. Like, yeah, I think I would say like most people are used to like 15, 20, maybe 30 max. I think
Yeah.
you guys, I I think that's like the first time seeing you guys do like more than that. Um,
Yeah, we just did an hour-long concert this weekend. Actually, we did an hour-long panel, and then in the same day we did an hour-long concert, and then later in the day we did a 30-minute halftime concert. And I think we still were like unsatisfied because we were like, we can do more. I
oh
can do
my god,
more.
that's still already a lot. Oh my god.
We just like we're crazy. We don't stop.
So around that time, 2017, 2018, what was the kaigai idol scene like online or and like in general or around the Midwest area?
Okay, in the Midwest area is an interesting thing to talk about. Um, I'd say mainly most of the scene was more Orotemita than it was idols. We had I'd say like, and maybe this was just me like looking at Michigan only, but I can only remember like maybe a handful of Kaigai idols, and then a vast majority of the people were just dancers. We would meet up like once a year at YomaCon to do a group hallway live together, called I think it was Yoma Idol Dansu, Michigan Idol Dansu. And that's where you kind of met everyone in your community and got to promote. That kind of was the case for a while, I'd say until COVID hit. Then we had like, I felt like we had nothing. Like everyone, because we were the youngest at that time, we were like 16, 17, everyone was like in their mid 20s. So by the time that we were like old enough to be like, hey, we're with the cool kids now, we're older now, like everyone was like, we're 30 and we're done. Um, so yeah, I'd like to see more in the community now. I think we're starting to grow again.
I think the episode previous to this was Mechamomo, and they were
Mm-hmm.
also in like the Midwest area, and they're also trying to like grow the kaiga idol scene in like
Yeah.
the Ohio area. So like running
Mm-hmm.
parallels. It's good that like people are trying to trying to boost up the kaiga idol scene.
Yes. I remember like them, and then Rira Ultra and Yuki Buns. Those were like I feel like the big ones that I knew of in the Midwest. If I was talking about the whole world, I'd have some other names, but like Midwest is a very small, like I think tight knit community.
Um, so you did some performances 2017, 2018, 2019. Was there a performance that really stood out to you during that time?
I I'll count this as a performance because it's like my favorite memory ever. Um, in 2018, Rory and I went to Anime Expo because we both graduated high school, and we were wandering around I think it's like the vendors, like company vendors area, and our favorite music at the time was uh, this say Aya Uchida, like the voice actress for Kotori
Yeah.
from Love Live. She's in a project called I Marine Project, and that's like Vocaloid with like the big Orotomita dancers would always cover I Marine Project. We were obsessed with I Marine Project. They happened to be there, Uh, and they had like a booth with like a dancer. She would dance a couple of the songs and she'd like hop off the stage. But the music would keep playing. So Rory and I were like, we know all the dances. Let's go up on like the little fake stage and just do them for fun. And we we did it enough that the dancer came out and like asked us to dance on the stage with her. And then the I think he was the choreographer for iMarine Project came up to us and he gave us like a free shirt, like a free staff shirt. He gave us his autograph. He follows us on Instagram now.
Oh shit.
It's like, yeah, like now iMarine Project follows ChiRi Girls, and I don't think they remember it because, like, I, I actually like had posted a TikTok recently using like iMarine audio, and they copyright striked me. And I was like, guys, I thought we were friends.
Oh.
So I tried to appeal the copyright strike, and then they were like, they doubled down on it. They were
Oh
like,
no.
It's blocked. I was like, dang, I thought we were Tomodachis. What the heck?
I thought we were chill.
I thought we were chill like that because you follow me on Twitter. But no. I would consider that my favorite performing situation.
You said 2018, right? For AX.
Mhm.
I was there for 2017, 2018.
Yeah?
So I probably passed by you and probably didn't know. So
Yeah, maybe.
maybe.
I know what was it? Idolmaster was performing the year I went. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know if Aqua was there. It wasn't the year they had the earthquake.
Earthquake was 20. Oh, it would have been right after. And then Aqua
Yeah, I
was.
think that was 2019.
Cause like I saw Aqua, Cinderella Girls, Valkyrie. I think that was 2017 or 2018 at Microsoft Theater. God, that was a long time. My God.
I just remember Idolmaster was there, and I was wearing an Uzuki cosplay, and I got into the elevator with someone, and they were like, "Oh, you're going to the Idolmaster concert?" I was like, "No, I'm not." And they were like, "I have a free ticket. Do you want to come?" I was like, "I don't know you," but I should have said yes.
Yeah.
I should have said it. I regret it every day.
Oh. Barry was there too. Oh my God.
I love you. Oh, man.
Going back on track.
I'm sorry I said 30 was old.
Going back on track. So you guys did some performances 2017, 2018, 2019. When the pandemic hit and everyone got stuck into lockdown, what did you guys do to like in the meantime?
We definitely like took our time with projects more. I say it's really easy when it's a two-member group to do things during the lockdown because instead of like getting like a normal size group like 5 people sick or potentially getting 5 people sick, it was me, her, and like my roommate that I was already living with. So we didn't feel like too bad doing projects. We did a couple. But I think around that time, I got really burnt out. I actually almost tried to quit ChiRi.
What?
I know it's the only time I ever wanted to quit kaigai idol stuff, and I'm so glad I didn't. And Rory was like, "You can't quit because we are working on like a really cool video, and if you quit, then what are we gonna do with the video?" And I was like, "Okay, fine, but when COVID's done, then I'll come back." So at the most, we took like a 3 years.
3 years. Oh my God.
3-month hiatus. Maybe that's as much of a break as I've ever taken from ChiRi. I think 3 months.
I see. Yeah, 3 years would have been
3
insane.
years. Yikes.
So when lockdown got lifted, oh yeah, cause like you guys did some covers, uploaded some covers a bit, right? In the meantime.
Yeah.
And then when lockdown got lifted, what was the very first performance you guys had like in front of an audience?
Oh my goodness. I don't even think I know. You know, I think that my whole life is a blur. and and that time of my life especially blurs together. Like 2020 to 2021 is definitely like I wasn't there. I was there, but I wasn't there.
I feel that.
Maybe Doki. It could have been Doki Dokkan, just because like I can be sure that I was there every year. It's a safe bet.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what was your reaction like actually performing in front of an audience again after a long time?
I missed it. I love like hyping up the audience, making them like loud. I always tell like the crowd like I want you guys to be so loud that people think there's a fire in here. Um, and so when I don't like have that audience, it's like it's I don't know. It's like that one song from Melody Parade, and they're like me and I Melody, and they're like I just want to see you one more time. That's what I was living for with kaigai idols and like audience interaction. I was like, I just need physical people in front of us. We were so excited to have like this the cheering.
You guys did like the online showcases, right?
Yeah. I think we I think ChiRi did one and I did one on my own.
Mm,
They just don't they don't hit the same. They're
right.
fun and I love the opportunity, but they don't hit the same.
Yeah. Like with performances, you need the crowd, or like actual like entertainment, you need the crowd to like. It's
Hmm.
like a two-way street. You need the crowd to hype you up, and you need to hype up the crowd, and you need the crowd's energy. You know.
I agree, especially because we focus a lot on picking songs that are. Um, we always say like there's a difference in songs that are good for camera and songs that are good for audiences, and we prefer songs that are better seen live than are seen like through a screen. So once we got the opportunity to be in front of an audience again, we are like, okay, we can do all the fun dances we've been waiting for again.
Mm. Segueing into
Yeah.
that, what are some usual songs that ChiRi Girls would perform, or some regular songs that you guys would perform?
Um, we did a lot of, I think, Ikuze Kaito Shoujo from Momoro Clover Z. Anything that had like stunts in it or like high energy dancing, we were doing. Um, Back then, because we were so focused though on like doing whatever we thought was fun at the time, our set list changed every single concert. So, I mean, if you think about it, like we had hour-long concerts every time we performed. We changed the set list every single time. We were always like keeping ourselves on our toes. So I don't think we ever performed the same songs like twice.
I see.
But I think if we did, I think it was like Ikuze Kaito Shoujo because we had mixed the audio. So you're like, well, we have to do something with it because we worked on it more than other songs.
So you would perform after lockdown for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this segues into the fundraiser rally. So,
Oh yeah.
in January 2022, you guys announced a fundraiser for an original song. When did you decide it was time to make an original?
I think we had wanted to do it for a while. Um, but we just like hadn't found like a strong purpose to. And so when we knew 2022 was our 5 year anniversary, we wanted to kind of give something back, especially since a lot of Pep Squad members stuck through COVID with us. We wanted to give something back. So we were finally like, okay, it's time. Like, let's pull off the band aid and start looking for composers, figuring out what kind of song we want to do. So yeah, I think our first song is really like it's very like dedication to us and dedication to our fans, friends. Yeah, we just really wanted to give something back.
I was trying to look through the Ko-fi like to see like the what the goal was. So I'm gonna ask you, and like there was like no
Mm-hmm.
info on it, but like what was the monetary goal for the song?
I think and the number is just jumping out in my brain. I think it was 1,200
I see.
because our producer was from the UK, and because of when you like, I guess at the time when you sent money through PayPal to the UK, it took a big chunk of it. So then the song costed, I think, about like $800, and then the rest of the money went towards Rory making the costumes, and finding the mixer, and then any overflow went towards like making a video or making new merch. So yeah.
How long did it take for it to get fully funded?
I don't think it took long because we just had a couple like dedicated followers who helped us finish the stretch goal once it got to like 100, 200 something dollars. I would say maybe like I would say 2 months, a month,
That's pretty
I'm
good.
guessing. Yeah, I don't think there was like an end date, but I know it didn't take very long.
So, fully funded, boom. And then you already had like a producer already working on it, right? Or
Yes, I think we had prepaid her. We found our composer because we liked the work they did for Starting Line by Alexis. So we said, hey, can we have some of that? And we stole them. uh, so yeah, they were already working on the song.
so that song became Summer Fanfare. Pew 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 pew.
Yay! Yay, yay.
So you had a producer working on it, and then you and Rory wrote the lyrics for the song. Was it like your first time writing lyrics for a song, or did you have prior experience?
Yeah. No, it was my first time, and I'd say Rory does about, for Summer Fanfare, I'd say we split it 50-50. But I'm definitely not the lyricist of the group. I I have a hard time like being creative like that. So she did a lot more of the lyricism, and I think I would like jump in with rhymes, be like that word rhymes with this word, and then Rory would go, okay, let me make a line where this verse ends with that word that you just said, and then make another line where it rhymes with the other word you said. And I'm like, boom, I helped, yay! So
Bars.
yeah, bars. That's why I'm the rapper of the group, because all I know is how to rhyme.
um, with the song, were there any influences that you showed the producer, or like any songs that you showed the producer, like, hey, I want this song to be like this?
Yeah. Um, when this is actually kind of funny. When we sent the song to the producer, we were like, we want it to. We liked your sound because they had been working on Starting Line, and they had a separate idol project. I can't remember the name of it. It was like a very much like, what's that group Phoebe's in where it's all like the VTubers
Oh,
together.
crap.
IDOLEYEZ.
Idolution, there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. That one.
Yes. The producer had her own group like that. I was like, I like that music that you do. So do that, but we're cheerleaders. So we want like band, we want marching band, we want like pep squad, pep rally. And the producer came back and they were like, so I'm from the UK. I've never heard of a pep squad
They don't have those
or
there.
a marching band. No, so they had to research like American marching band like music to make our song. So they were like, yeah, this is like something I've had to research to make your song. I was like, hey, it sounds good. Sounds like you know what you're doing, though.
You talked about it like at the start, but like, what would you say is the main theme of Summer Fanfare?
Summer Fanfare is like, hey guys, you can follow us because we're the ChiRi Girls. We lead the team. So if you're liking what we do, if you need like an extra pep to your step in your day, like just look to us. You know, we need the team, and you can get in line. No, um, it's very much like we're all in this together. High School Musical music, go team! I love my Disney influence.
I mean, it's a good like debut song for a group. I mean,
Yeah,
it does explain your group well. I mean, like with the marching band like theme and the cheerleader theme that the producer like actually went through and like put
yeah.
that in there.
I think it's still like a good song. Like I don't look back on it and I'm like, oh, that's like old. Sounds not like us anymore. Like I still have fun performing it when we go to concerts and we're like, well, we have to throw in summer fanfare. The pep squad needs it.
Um, I think I have on here like you performed it for the first time at AWA July 2022. Is that correct or no?
I would I would say like professionally, yeah. I would say AWA. And then we did it technically for the first time at Doki Dokon 2022, which is like maybe a couple weeks before that. Um, which it was important that we did it then because it was our birthday convention, and so we were like, hey, it's Doki Dokon's 5th year, and it's our 5th year anniversary, and I think it was the first time we were ever guests at a con too. Um, so it was just like it made sense that we performed it there, even though we weren't like we were like still kind of learning the choreo since we made it. We were like, we have to perform it there.
What was like what was the crowd reaction like performing it for the first time?
I was nervous because like I had never performed an original song, and I don't think I don't think there were other like Michigan people doing original kaigai idol music things then, but people really liked it. Actually had like afterwards we had a meet and greet, and a mom with her like teenage daughter came up to us and was like, my daughter loves like what you guys are doing. How can she make this her career? And I was like, I wish I had money.
This
This is all for the love of the game, baby.
yeah.
So I think people really liked it.
Mm.
I'm happy about that.
I mean, I liked it. I guess that matters.
Thanks. I only made it for you. I guess.
Yeah, 2022, where I was like, I didn't even know what a kaiga idol was.
I knew you were coming.
Time
I
traveler.
could see it. Yeah.
So one of the goals for the fundraiser was also to shoot a music video. You released that. Do you have any like anecdotes about shooting the MV?
Oh, it was very. I think if I could go back in time, that's the one thing I wish I would do differently. Was that I wish that we had put more effort into it. I think it's a really cute video. We had filmed it I think last year in the summer. I think it's a year old now. And it was so hot that day, of course, because Michigan gets hot in the summer, like humid hot. And I just remember like we were just like out in like this huge field. We had two costume changes or one costume change that we were gonna do. And it was just like, it really was just like, us having fun at the end of the day. Like, I don't think we had planned much for it. And it kind of does like speak to ChiRi Girls and how we started, because when we started it, all we wanted to do was just do it and have fun. And that's kind of what the Summer Fanfare music video is. We decided we wanted to do it, planned a weekend, we just went out to an open field and did it and had fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, it looked like you guys had fun. Shooting
I got
the
sunburnt.
video. Oh,
So,
maybe not fun.
you know, pale girls, we always get sunburnt. So I was gonna get sunburnt even if I had slathered on like 1,000 SPF. So it's all part of the game.
So with Summer Fanfare being your first original song, and then flash forward into your second original song, Heart Hacker,
Yes. Yes.
which officially got released in late March 2025. So when did you guys start? When did you guys first start working on that song? Was it like immediately after Summer Fanfare, or like maybe a little bit after, or like far, far away?
So we started it, I think February of 2024 was when we first reached out to our producer. We found Skyknock through Paida, because he does a lot of Paida's music. And I don't know where, I know like Heart Hacker came from. Rory is a like STEM girly. She does tech as her job. I don't know why we were like, yeah, that's our second single. Let's do a tech song as cheerleaders. But I think they married together well, Skyknock and that like tech sound vibe. So that's where we had started with it. And that project took a really long time to do. I mean, it took a year and a half to like until it like came out on streaming service, just because like I don't want to say bad timing. I just think like things, it was like the universe was like, just wait a little bit longer, like it's not ready yet. I don't know why it took so long for us to finally put the song out. It had been ready for like 5 months.
Oh, I thought it was like, just, getting it ready, baking it.
Well, it was just like little things like we could never find time to record the vocals, and then once we did get the vocals, we had to wait to get them mixed, and then we found an artist, and they weren't like available to take commissions until like October, and then they finished the commission until like February, and then I was a part of a distribution website for ChiRi Girls. Apparently, they had gotten bought out, and so they weren't distributing music anymore. And so I had to buy a subscription to a new distributing service. So it was just like things like that. It was like, why can't it just be easy? But it's okay because it got out, and it's a great song, and I'm so happy that everyone's listening to it. So I guess fate works in funky ways.
So with Summer Fanfare having that like marching band cheerleader like theme, Heart Hacker, very electronic, very much a contrast. Did you want to keep like the cheerleader like theme, or did you just want to like do something else with Heart Hacker?
So we knew that it was going to be different, but we didn't want to make it not us. So we made sure that when we were talking to the producer that we were like, it needs to have that techno sound that it's gonna have, but it still needs to have that like fun and like silly energy to the song. Like it can't be techno and like hard and like cool. It needs to be like techno and funky and like fresh. So I mean, technically, yes, it's not a cheery, CHEERY song, but I still think it fits us.
Yeah. Like, it's still upbeat, even if it's not, like, the theme of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were very, like, particular. We were like, we don't want it to sound too edgy. We don't want it to sound too 8-bit. We want it to, like, fit us, but be a different, like, more mature version of us, but we're not very mature, so like make it like early 20s sounding.
You did say like with Summer Fanfare the lyrics working on lyrics was kind of mostly Rory, right? Kind of. And like you adding like rhymes and stuff with Heart Hacker. Was it like the different? Was it a different like Was it different working on those lyrics or like more the same?
I'd say pretty much the same, but shift more of the work towards Rory's end, especially because Heart Hacker is so full of tech puns. So I don't really understand some of the lines I'm singing. That she'll be like, "Yeah, no, she don't worry, it's a pun," and I'll be like, "Okay, I don't get the pun, but it's a cool sounding lyric without knowing that it's punny." Where I had the most like help or influence was I think I did most of the rap, because I sing most of the rap. Um, which like my favorite line in it is when I say like try to connect to my network, it's filling up like my net worth. And at the time, I was like a part-time daycare teacher, and now I'm unemployed. So I really do feel like a fraud whenever I'm performing it live. And I'm like,
Nah.
look how much money I got, guys. $0.
I mean, same, but
Yeah.
you
It's
gotta like
relatable.
hype up the crowd. Just
It's a character.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you found Skynock through Paida, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
with Skynock, I asked the same question with Summer Fanfare, but like, was there any songs that you sent them like to be like, hey, I want
Mm.
Heart Hacker to be like this, da 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 da.
Yes. We sent a lot of iMarine Project. They have a lot of a techno but like still cutesy sounding songs. We sent uh Pararira Life by iCall. That is like one of the members of iLife, and I think it's Nonfic. Made a group together. And Pararira Life, I think if you're gonna like look for music like Heart Hacker, Pararira Life is like the one that you can tell like is the most influenced by it. Oh, and a Rezo song.
Ooh,
It was
Rezo
we
mentioned.
sent Blueprint. Yes, we are big Rezo fans. Big Rezo fans.
Wow, rest in peace, but also
Yeah.
Pengy. Shout out Pengy.
I know.
Woo!
Yeah, we saw Pengy at Anime Central a couple months ago, and Rory brought like a Pengy print from Rezo, and she was like, "Can you sign this?" And Pengy was like, "How do you have that?"
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you sent like a Rezo song and then a couple other songs as well, and like Skynock
Yeah.
was like, I can cook, and then Heart Hacker
He's
happened.
so good. He's literally, it was the first demo he sent us. He said, "I don't know if this is what you were thinking, but how's this?" And we heard it. We were like, "You're God. You God in your fingertips."
No
Like,
revisions.
it
That
was
was
perfect.
it. Wow.
No revisions. And then, well, he sent us like the chorus, and so then he was like, "Okay, if you like it, I'll keep going," which was crazy also because we didn't even know if he would agree to our project because we were like neither of us speak Japanese. We knew like Haida kind of knew Japanese, or she could communicate to him, but we didn't know how much we'd be able to. So we were really grateful that he was able to understand us and our vision.
Neat. Well, Heart Hacker is like a really good song. I think
Thank you.
like who was it? I think Aiden. Yeah, Aiden had Heart Hacker in the background of their stream, and I was like, "What song is this?" And
Really?
I think I Shazam. No, like the ID tag was like at the corner. I was like, "Oh, ChiRi Girls. All right." Neat.
Aww, that's so nice. I love Aiden.
Um, yeah, I think like full circle. When I was getting into kaigai idols and like trying to find groups on Twitter, I think you guys were the first group, one of the first groups like that I followed. But I didn't know you guys as well until like last year when Otakon happened. I think I found like footage of you guys performing. I'm like, cool. I'll add them to the list.
Yeah, thank you. Otakon is such a fun convention to perform at. Love Otakon.
Yeah, and this year's gonna be super hype, even though I can't be there. It sucks, but
1 year. 1 year you can come.
maybe next year. But
Come on, come on.
I don't know. That's a lot of money. So with Heart Hacker, well, when was the first time you guys performed the song?
Hmm. The first time I think is when we did the Michigan Idol Festival. It
Rapid
was
Steps?
like the first, yes, I think that is the first time. Or I think it might have been Otakon. Um, before this, we performed it a lot before the song had come out on Spotify. I think we performed it first at Otakon 2024 with like, yes, that is correct, because we got um we like asked Skynock if he could mix our like backtracking vocals and send it to us before he finished like uh mixing the song like with our vocals at all, because we were like, we really want to perform it soon, so can you just like quick like poop out the backtrack vocal for us? And he was like, yeah, I can do that. And we were really nervous, and I think it's one of those things where you get it out of the way, like you perform it once and get it out of the way, so the rest of the times that you perform it, it just like it feels better and better to perform. Because I remember we both walked off the stage at Otakon after it and we're like, we didn't do good enough, like that we did not perform as well as we should have. And that I think really motivates us to be like, hey, we're definitely not performance ready, like we need to keep practicing. But people really liked it, and we were like really surprised by how many people understood the tech puns. Like people kept coming up to us and being like, I got that line about input and output. And I was like, cool.
A lot
I'm
of coders,
happy.
programmers in the building.
Yes. There's a lot of programmers who were like, Rory, I get it. I was like, yay! Programmer friends.
Shout out to nerds, I guess.
Shout out to the people who make my computer go.
Going into the next section of like future / retrospect. In your whole decade, that's crazy. Whole decade of idolizing? No, idling. There we go.
Idling.
What would you consider your favorite performance of all time that you've ever done?
I'd say Otakon 2023. The first year we went to Otakon, we performed IDOLEYEZ Starter Pack by IDOLEYEZ. And the crowd went really crazy. I mean, I always tell the audience, like, oh, if you know Woda, or if you want to chant, like, come up to the sides of the stage, it can get loud. And they got really loud. Ashes, you know Ashes?
Yeah. That's the homie.
Ashes, yes, Ashes was real. I just remember like at one point in the dance we like walked off the stage and kind of like entered the crowd to like kind of vibe with them, and I saw Ashes was like kneeled down on the floor like screaming like the Woda chants on the ground going Kaiga, Saiba, Saiba, and I was like, dang, okay, they like it. And during the last like chorus, I was like trying to do the goofy dance, but I was like nearly crying because I was like, oh my god, like this is the kind of crowd that I've always been trying for. Like this loud, energetic, matching my energy kind of crowd.
I think it helps that Ashes does like the call and mix panels, which teaches like basic call and mix, but also like it helps people, actually, instead of just like, pen light, woohoo, or like not do anything.
Yeah.
Actually do something. So
yeah, it's definitely like it can feel awkward if you're not used to being in an audience for idol panels. I have a lot of like in Michigan, especially idol beginners who are like, oh, this is my first time seeing an idol thing. They don't really know like what to do like what the norms are for like being an audience member, and that's why I love to be like, hey, get loud, like even if you don't know what you're saying, just start
Just
screaming,
mumble it.
because
Yeah.
you're not going to be alone. Like everyone will be yelling with you, so you're not going to look like an idiot. No one looks like an idiot here.
In contrast to that, what would you say is like the toughest performance that you've done?
I think it was my first ever show back when I was in Car Through Heart. I went to this convention. Well, we had applied to this convention that I don't even know the name of anymore. I don't even think it exists. They put us on their stage. It was the stage in the middle of the artist alley. The artist alley had like 8, maybe 4, like at max like 12 booths. And I don't know if this is too far to say, but one of the booths was a woman selling wood block paintings, but the paint wasn't paint. It was naturally made red, you know.
Oh.
And she would press the wood up against her woman, and she was selling those. I don't know how I got there.
Huh? What?
But I had my mom and my aunt with me, and they were like, "Hey, what are these anime conventions that you're going to?" And
how was that? What?
I know, it's like literally speechless. Like my mom was like, "Yeah, no, she was selling period blood on wood blocks," and I was like, "I'm sorry," but we had never performed, so we didn't know like how long things took. We'd only prepared like 3 songs for an hour long slot. I'm not kidding. I said halfway through the show, like, it's hot in here, isn't it? Like genuinely, because I was so like awkward and also 15 years old. And I think we performed our 3 songs, and after 20 minutes, I think it actually was more like 15 minutes, we were like, okay, that's all we made. Bye, guys.
That was it.
That was it. We literally performed like 3 songs in a row, and I went, so, you guys having fun? Okay, that's all we had. Okay, bye. And I left.
That was... Just took it home.
I'm a lot more professional now. I time my set lists now.
Well, it's a good thing you time it. That would have been...
Yeah, and I don't know where that convention is. I would love if someone could tell me who that woman was or what.
Do you want to buy something
where
from
I
her?
was. You know, I would like to meet her because I just love to do goofy things. I would love to be like, hey, you left a lasting impression on me.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget the work that you did.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. And I think it would make her like day. She'd be like, wow, someone still remembers my work. Not for a good reason, lady. I was like, what are you doing here? At the anime con.
Going back on track.
Yeah.
Performing for 10 years, 2015 to 2025. Of course, there's still like new things to learn. Is there anything that you want to improve on?
Definitely my singing. I have gotten much better at feeling confident in my singing, and not trying to sound like an anime girl, like being like, oh, it sounds better when I sound like Katori. I'm more comfortable being myself, but I want to keep working at it, as well as I think my talking on stage. I'm very rambly, as you can tell, and
No,
I don't
you're
take.
good. You're good.
I take things very jokingly. I think it would benefit me if I took some seriousness to heart when I got up on these stages. But I don't know. Also, I think people enjoy the whimsical nature of a ChiRi Girls live.
Yeah, you need some whimsy in your life.
Yeah, I think I could strike a good balance between learning to be more like on time with what I'm trying to say, because we are so constant at like, they'll say, oh, you have 20 minutes to perform, and we end up performing for 30 minutes because we yap way too much.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Ooh, yeah. Sea Lion, MVP of IDOLEYEZ, asked a question. Do you have any dream venues or events that you want to perform at?
For the longest time, we would say that ChiRi wanted to perform at Holiday Matsuri. Now I really want to perform at US Idol Fest because I haven't been there still, but the amount of, I think, fangirling that I would do in that building could really cause some damage. I could really cause some monetary damage.
Oh, this last year, it actually damaged my wallet. So I'm still,
Yeah.
So I get that.
Like, I think, and that's like, I know that they were asking like, oh, where would you want to perform? Like, yeah, I want to perform there, but also like, I want to leave that building with like no voice, no money, no more tears left to cry.
Yeah, I mean, Northwest Idol Fest or US Idol Fest, that was basically Kaigai Idol Central, because like I'd say like most of the big like Kaigai idols were there. Phoebe, Non-Sweet, Melancholia, Pawn Ranger, yeah, Alex Piku, a Flare, who was in the chat.
Yes.
Shout out.
Love. But yeah, it's just the place to be now.
Yeah, and hopefully USIF will be in a couple months. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping great things for them.
Yeah. We are halfway into the year. Are there any bucket list goals that you want to check off before the year ends?
I'd like to get a nice photo shoot done and keep it simple. I'd like to get a nice photo shoot done in like one of those like white studio setups that you see all those like kaigai idols having their like professional like headshots taken in, like paying views photos with the white backdrop. I think those like so sleek and so nice and clean and professional. And I'm really trying to beg Lori to let me book like a studio for like an hour or two, because we also want to do like a music video style in like a white backdrop room for Heart Hacker. And so I think that's like our goal for the rest of 2025 is to make that music video. And personally for me, it's to take some nice photos.
I think like
keeping it nice and simple.
Yeah, good photo, like a good artist photo, really helps promote the group or yourself. So.
It's just like nice. Like you can make merch out of the photos, and they're very like you can use them for everything, versatile.
Yeah, because Phoebe with like the flower background, I think she sells that as like an 8x10, a poster, and like bromides. So. Very versatile.
It's so pretty. I love that photo of her. That shoot place is just gorgeous.
Oh yeah, Sea Lion says like, yeah, you can make bromides for that.
So you're saying that I should make bromides?
Okay. I'd buy it. TBH.
I'll add it to my notebook.
I would consider you a veteran at this point of the scene because like you've been performing for so long. Since IDOLEYEZ is viewed by like idols around the world that were starting their journey or like, in the middle or like about to graduate, what is some like general advice that you would tell an idol that is watching?
Oh, I like to tell people that when you want something and you think like it's too like lofty of a goal or like I think my best like example is like ChiRi wanted Skynock as a producer, and we were like, oh, he's like worked with legit like J-pop idols and he speaks Japanese, there's no way that he's gonna work. Like shooting your shot 90% of the time, 90 is a bit too high. Maybe like 80% of the time will get you what you want. You just have to push yourself to like do the uncomfortable sometimes, like asking for guest spots at conventions, even though you don't think that you're like big enough yet, or reaching out to idols and seeing like, oh, I've always loved you and I want to like do a collab, like those goals that like you think are maybe like something that you can't ever like find like do yet, like usually you can at least like get halfway there, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just think if you want something, go for it.
Shoot
if
your
you want
shot.
to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Just shoot your shot.
Yeah.
Because that's how I got to be like performing at half the cons I go to. I'm just like, hey, can I do it? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, wow, I didn't think you'd say yes. Thanks. ChiRi Girls.
ChiRi Girls. With ChiRi Girls still active, possibly for quite a long time.
Forever.
Forever. What do you plan? What do you plan on? How long do you want to keep at it?
We were talking about this recently, and we were like, just saying that we could never see ourselves quitting. We've always like talked about, oh, what would our graduation concert look like? Like what songs would we want to perform at our graduation concerts? But realistically, like I don't think we've ever like see an end to this. Not unless like one of us literally moves like across the country and we physically cannot do ChiRi anymore. I think we'll always find a way to keep ChiRi happening. And I think that's just because Rory and I are like past the point of like friendship and project partners. It's like, I don't know, she's like my soulmate in like a cheesy way. Like she just like gets me, and our work ethic together goes really well, that we're really good at like filling in each other's blanks. And so I mean, like I said earlier, like I tried to quit one time and then Rory was like, but wait, just wait. And then she drew me back in. I think that's what we'll just keep doing for the rest of our lives. We'll just be like, wait a minute. Wait, one more thing. Wait, one more thing.
one more performance. One more cover.
Yeah, forever.
Forever. Oh, yeah, good question. Since you started 2015, now it's 2025. How much has the scene evolved from when you started to now?
Definitely a lot more professional, like work. I think back then, kaigai idol culture was more of like you could film a cover in your backyard, and like that was just kind of like the bar wasn't as high as it has to be now. Now I feel like people reach out to like mixers to mix their covers for them, studio locations to film their videos. Like they get like the nice big fancy cameras, and I feel like back in the day it used to be a bit more homemade. You just used whatever like outfit you had that looked mildly like J fashion-y, and then you just grabbed whatever like camcorder you had in your house, filmed a video and uploaded it to YouTube. And now it's like if you want to be a kaigai idol, there's like these expectations, like that you have to have an original song, that you have to have this like custom made costume, and that you have to have like all this promotion and merchandise, when I'd say like you really don't have to, and it's not necessary. And I think that's why a lot of like newbie people get so like stuck in this mindset of like I have to not be myself anymore to be like everyone else, when the only reason that other kaigai idols like ChiRi has like merch and original songs is because we've been doing this for so long and we have a like established fan base. I think I just want to shed light on like it didn't always used to be this way, and you don't have to do all the things that we're doing now to start your kaigai idol journey.
I think like in parallel, like when I was starting to be a VTuber, it's kind of related. But like when I started to be a VTuber, like there was expectations that you have to do a debut stream, you have to do like a PowerPoint, you have to do this, you have to have this.
Yeah.
But like no, sometimes you just have like a model and an overlay, and you want to stream, and that was it. And then
Yeah.
the audience will come in, and then sometimes you can sell merch, and then that's it. Like there's expectations that you have to break.
Right. I think that is also something I think I was trying to get at when I was trying to give advice, was also like just start doing things, and your passion for what you're doing will like naturally like let the rest of what you think you need fall into your lap. Like the fandom and the fan name, like your fan group name, and getting merch and an original song. Like you don't have to start with that. That can be something that comes later in your career. Like we're all just a bunch of like nerds in cute little dresses and outfits and
Just want to sing and
dancing
dance.
to what we like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I love about this place.
C-Line with a actually good question. No, he always asks good question. What am I talking about? If the bar is higher now, do you think it becomes intimidating for new aspiring idols?
I think so, 100%. Because I feel like I see a lot of people come into the scene and it's like they're putting on a mask of what they see everyone else doing. Like with making like an idol with lore and the fancy costume. It's just like not financially achievable. So it just like it does look like this like very expensive hobby when you look at all the other like established kaigai idols, and it kind of I think scares some people off. Or even I see a lot of people who want to get into the kaigai idol scene and they go, "Oh, I wish I had started earlier, but I'm too old." And I saw someone say that and they're like, I'm 21 and I'm too old.
What?
And I was
no,
like,
no.
no.
You are not old. What?
It was crazy. And people keep saying that. And I just want people to know, like, hobbies are for any time in your life. Like, there's no set age for anything. Just because you see, like, in Japan, they're like, oh, this idol got too old, so they had to retire her. Kaigai idols are not the same. You can be any age you want. You can look any way you want. You can be any gender you want. That's what makes, I think, kaigai idols, that you can do whatever you want. Be yourself.
I think that's like a very good like descriptor of the kaigai idol scene, that anyone can actually do it, and like, you know,
Yeah.
be it like any race, any gender, any like whatever, like
Yeah.
there's like no restrictions at all.
It's truly for everyone, because I mean I've heard it. I've heard everything from the fans. Like when people come up and talk to ChiRi after shows, they're like, I want to do it, but I'm a boy, or I want to do it, but I'm too big and I don't look like all the other people. And I'm always like, I can guarantee you I can find 5 other kaigai idols who look like you and have some kind of like fan base situation, and I can promise you, like, no one's looking at those like little things that you're picking out of yourself and like doubting your place to be here. Like, you don't have a spot here because of XYZ. Like, no one's looking at that. So like, if you really want to be a kaigai idol and you really like love this community, then it'll work. It just works for you then.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate.
We love passionate people on IDOLEYEZ.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, if you want to be an idol, like, I think that's the general advice that most idols have said. If you want to be an idol, you have to do it. You have to just do it. What else? C-Line. What you said about putting on a mask of what they see as a standard reminds me of some years back when practically every idol group that started was a Love Live cosplay group. Similar effect, but with a different template. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people would be like, Oh, my like they would do like the Love Live UR card edits, and then they would trace like their like OC's features onto like a Love Live card, and they'd be like, "That's my idol," and I was like, "Okay, but do you like perform or do anything?" And they're like, "No, I do Love Live card edits."
That's it.
And I always remember that. That was a big thing in like 2017.
Oh, oh yeah, like 2015. I was into like the Love Live Tumblr scene, so I might have seen
Yeah,
those edits. So
that just like reminds me when people are like, "Oh, like people get into idol stuff through like Love Live," and then I just think about like the card edits because everyone was doing them.
um, what else can we talk about? Oh yeah, um, what do you want to see more from the kaigai idol scene?
I want to see more collabs. I think I want to see like idols like doing maybe like not even just covers, but like original songs with other kaigai idols or covering other kaigai idols' music. We did a whole like 1 hour long concert of other kaigai idol music recently, and it was like the most fun performance. Um, and every time I meet like another idol, like at Otakon, I'll always be like, "Oh, let's collab. Let's make a cover together. Let's like I want to cover your song with you." Um, or I know V from Rezo is coming to Otakon, and I was like, "V, we're gonna perform Let's Go Rainbow at Otakon. You want to jump in?" They were like, "No, I can't." I'm like, "No, really, let's collab. Let's collab." I just love teamwork. I think I work better with a team.
I think like collaborations are good, but also like it it kind of sucks that like everyone is kind of far away to make that happen. Kind of.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's like hot spots where like there's like a lot of idols like the LA, California area, Florida, um, Texas used to be a really big one. So I wish that I had more like around me to do more stuff. I think like the was that like New Jersey and like that area, like the north,
The East Coast, yeah, tri-state area,
yeah, like the east. Yeah, I think there's a lot more stuff happening there lately, and it's a little closer.
yeah.
But I wish there was some more Midwest love.
Uh, you did talk about like running idol panels, right?
I
What
I've done a couple.
what do you usually talk about?
Um, so we did one where we tried to teach Flora, but I don't think we know as much. We were very like doing the simples. We taught like the very basics, like the hi, 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 and the like oh hi, like the ketcha.
Hmm.
Um, and it got the message across. Recently, we did one at JFAX where we just explained what kaigai idols were at all, and then like how to become one, and then how to support them if you don't want to become one. And I thought it was like a if I was a newbie, I thought it would be like a very like strong informational panel. But for the most part, we like to do like live shows. I think we're just too chatty to do panels.
I mean, it's good to be
We can't
chatty
stay
for a
on
panel.
topic.
Oh, maybe I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Also, because we were playing my Kaigai Idol playlist, and then like a song would come on, and we'd be like, I can't focus on the talking anymore because the song is like hitting my brain in a weird way.
Um, what would I think? Yeah, this is a question that I always ask. But like, what would the current you tell past Chi who is about to debut or like about to make their first performance?
Hmm. I would I think I would tell her that like I think more people see you and notice you than you think you do, and to like get out of your shell a bit more. I was very like closed off, and especially when there's like just two people, it's really easy to see like, and I feel like it's gonna sound weird. It's easy to see like which member is the fan favorite when there's two of you, because Rory had like such a big following on social media, and so I would see that and get discouraged. But now I feel like we're very like 50-50 even. People who come up to us know both of us. Um, and I think if I was going to tell myself anything, it would be to like have more confidence in myself, and that people aren't just like here for one of you. They're not just here for Girls. They're here for ChiRi Girls. Um, and yeah, I'm definitely like a lot more confident and like um, feeling a lot more like I guess like stable with myself and like my self-worth more than I was back then. So that's what I would really like to tell myself, especially because I was such like, I mean, 16, 17, those are such like formative teenage girl years where everything has an impression on you. And so I would just be like, hey, like take a breath. People care about you. People love you. It's okay.
Yeah, I feel that. Cause like when I was in Japan for like idol shows, there's like, you know, groups that have like 2 or 3 people, and like when they go to Bupan, maybe like there'd be a line for like maybe one of those members, and that would be it. And I kind of felt bad for like those groups. But like it's good that like you have
Yeah.
like 50-50 crowd support.
Yeah, I've definitely pushed. I think what also helps is I pushed myself to get out there more. Like I post more just for myself, and it gives people like a look into who I am. And when people kind of know you a bit better online, then they're more willing to come up to me and be like, oh, like I've seen you on social media. I have this in common with you. So I've met a lot more like online friends now, which helps with like they interact with ChiRi stuff, and then Rory's friends interact with ChiRi stuff, and we both have like a like happy family together.
Do you have any upcoming performances that you want to promote?
Um, we will be at Otakon. We're gonna be performing Saturday at the Idol Space, and we will be performing all kaigai idol music. So if you like IDOLEYEZ, you'll probably like our set list.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's our next show. We don't have anything after that, but we're pouring all of our eggs in that basket right now.
Throw in a little bit of a spoiler question. Are you gonna perform a Phoebe song there?
So actually, Rory did a Phoebe solo at JFAC. She did Start Again, and that's what I'm saying. We did like an hour-long concert at JFAX, and you can't fit all of the songs into our 30-minute set list at Otakon, and it was one of the songs we had to cut because it was a solo. But I will tell you, like the other songs that we're gonna do, is a Melody Parade song, a Rezo song, a non-sweet song, and we did a Paida song at JFAX. We had to cut that one. Well, we did Secret Moon, and it was really fun, but we obviously do Heart Hacker. We had to cut Summer Fanfare, which is crazy.
Oh.
Wild, guys. Wild.
I think I had... Who'd I have? I had Pengi from Rezo on. I had Marmalade from Melpara on. I haven't had any non-sweet members. I haven't had Paida on, even though that's like a dream guest to have. Yeah, so that's neat.
They're all people that we wanted to see, but had disbanded, like Rezo and Melody Parade. We never got to see them live, so it's kind of like we're living vicariously through them in a weird way. And then for non-sweet, like Emily and Miyu left, so were like, we want to perform a non-sweet song and like honor them, especially because like I keep saying like Emily is like the blonde, pink, you know, member of non-sweet, and she left, so I'm gonna replace her as the blonde, pink member of ChiRi Girls, and I'm gonna do her like parts in our set. And it'll be like she never left.
Just to, paying tribute.
Yes, I'm paying tribute to her by being her. I am Emily now.
I am her.
You become what you love.
True. All right. Every single IDOLEYEZ has this segment called The Worst Pep Talk Ever, where I, Eggy, give the guest for 1 minute the worst pep talk ever, and it sucks, and people really want this segment to keep going, but I really don't like it, but we'll keep it going.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah,
this is
like at the end of every single episode. So 1 minute on the clock, boom. Gee, I really like Heart Hacker. I really like Summer Fanfare. Whenever the next original song happens, I'm gonna be all for it. Whenever, I don't know when I'm gonna see you guys live, but like when I see videos of your performances and all the performance B-roll that you sent me for the intro, I'm like, I wish I was there. I wish I could be there. I want to be there. And I want to get Checky. And like, you talk about like improving your voice, but like your voice is fine on those songs, and also live. No, don't be humble. But like, it's good. But I really like that you've been active in the scene for 10 years, and hopefully for a much long time. 10 years is crazy. A decade of idolizing.
Idolizing.
Crazy. But keep going, and I really look forward to what you do as an idol, and also in ChiRi Girls. And that's it.
Wow.
No, it's bad. Every single time.
No.
Every single
great.
pep talk. No.
And I don't want to like pat myself on the shoulder, but it does fit into the ChiRi Girls theme. You know, pep squad, pep rally, pep talk. So like, that one felt personal. I felt victimized by that one. Personal victimization.
I don't know about that.
No, I loved it. Thank you. That was so sweet. So kind.
No, it's always bad. But if you haven't followed Chi or ChiRi Girls, go follow. I'll just throw the card link,
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you, Chi, for being on the show and accepting this invitation. Yay. It's been a long time coming, and like ChiRi Girls have been on my bucket list that like I posted like in January. I think I threw that out by accident, but whoops, at least I have a picture of it. But
we were honored.
Yeah.
Really honored.
What else? And hopefully I'll get Rory on after Otakon. Yeah.
She'll love it.
Yeah, cuz like we'll talk about the origin story, and then also like whatever happened in Otakon. I say Otakon, people say Otakon. I keep thinking of like the Metal Gear character, so like
Oh, I always just think about like otaku. So that's why I say Otakon. Oh no,
Otaku.
that's I think the worst.
Otakon. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Otakon. All right.
You can ask her to explain every single one of the Heart Hacker puns.
The puns?
In excruciating detail.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, that's actually good for IDOLEYEZ. Just like
that'll fill up the entire 2 hours.
Like the genius lyric analysis videos. Just that in IDOLEYEZ.
Yes, actually, literally that is like our plan. We've had that like in our like video ideas files forever. We're going to make like a genius style interview where Rory sits like behind a green screen and like does like the singing and then explaining every single lyric with like sunglasses on, like a big fur coat, and you're like, so yeah, that's what this lyric meant. So you called that.
I mean, if you guys are the artists, you call dibs.
Mm-hmm.
But
Have you ever seen like that video of Gabby Hanna where she like peeks the mic?
yeah, no.
That's what I want to do.
I think that is it for this episode of IDOLEYZ. I don't know if I'm gonna have an episode next week. If I do, I might have to scramble to find a guest. But yeah, if not, I might do IDOLEYZ bi-weekly. I have no idea. My schedule sucks. But Chi, thank you so much for being on the show. The VOD will be up on YouTube tomorrow. That'll be probably posted 3 p.m. EST, as always. Look forward to that. Look forward to the next guest that'll be on IDOLEYZ. I have no idea who it is, but yeah. Support ChiRi Girls. Support Chi. Yeah, give her money so she can play Infinity Nikki.
Give me money. Give me
Yeah.
money.
Buy
'cause
merch.
I'm poor.
Buy merch.
Yes.
But yeah,
Always.
that has been IDOLEYZ. Take care. Brush your hair. Be kind. Rewind. And we'll be going to our ending screen. Bye bye. What?